Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with some amazing, fresh, hot replays of Serral, the strong Zerg. It has come to my attention that Serral recently performed very well in a tournament after getting Diamond. I don't know why that account is Diamond, maybe it's a new one. Sometimes for tournaments they give you a new account and you have to play ladder to practice, so he was potentially practicing in Diamond. Did you face Serral? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. This is a Zerg versus Protoss. Let's just let Serral take the wheel and talk it out and see what happens. 14 supply sends a drone down. Does not extractor trick. As a note. $14 hatch. Into a drone. And an extractor trick. For another drone. Into a 15 overlord. Interesting, I haven't done the build this way. So it was 14 hatch, extractor trick a 15th drone into a 15 overlord. Cool. Now they're having the spam clicking war. Pool is taken there. Cool. Standard early game shenanigans. Protoss is trying to delay stuff. Serral takes the gas at 18 supply. 15 hatch can get blocked on this map. Oh. Double queen right away. 2 lings. And a 26 overlord. 2 queens, 2 lings when the pool is done, and a 26 overlord into more drone. He's droning. That's what he's doing. He's a macro Zerg. Neil Patrick Harris is on the list. It's true. People say I look like a lot of different people. Someone was like, Orlando Bloom, you quit acting and started doing this? I was like, those hobbits are still in Isengard. Ling's running around. Overlord scouted the main, takes a third at 36 supply. With an Overlord. It's on the way. It's making drones. Is there any disadvantage to starting hatch at 14? Yeah, you have to pause your drone production a little bit in the early game. So it's a little bit less mineral income than a standard 16 hatch or 17 hatch. He's making 2 more overlords. Taking a third base. Taking a second gas. Extractor tricking out a 45th worker. This is 3 drones. Pretty good, considering. Lose 3 drones, kill an adept. He's got great defense set up for Oracle. He's got 2 queens here, 2 queens there. Oracle doesn't really do great against 2 queens. He's trying to get those spores. Whoa! Sheesh! Man. Classic is a player who's won championships and stuff, and Serral just... It's so funny when you see a top level player versus like a god, and it makes the top level player look lower league than they are. But most Zergs would take damage to what Classic is doing. Serral doesn't really. He's not really doing anything weird, he's just doing everything right. That's kind of why he's so difficult to beat. It's not like he's trying to do crazy moves and tricks. He's just ready. He's got the stuff. Just the right amount of stuff you need to advance to the next stage. He's making so few lings, too, to deal with these adepts. I feel like most people would overreact to make a bunch of lings. Classic does have a third base here. Blink is on the way, +1 weapons on the way for Protoss. Zerg with ling speed most of the way done, and a lair most of the way done. Evo chamber now. Will it be ranged? Will it be melee? I do not know. Serral's fundamentals are legendary. That is correct. He has the 2 ingredients to the perfect secret sauce for being a god gamer, and it is fundamentals and schmovement. S-E-R-R-A-L Serral. S to the E to the R to the R to the E to the R to the E to the R to the E to the R to the A to the L. Serral. S to the S to the. He's droning up. Let me just point out that his third base has 21 on minerals, and he's just letting that be. A lot of players see their worker count go in the red, and they think that's bad. But that's deceptive. It's actually fine. He does transfer them whenever the 4th base is done. But he's playing pretty low gas right now. This is 3 gas. 3 gas, Ling Roach. Cool. And he's got a flanking group on a separate hotkey. Or is it for a run by? Wings are looking. Stalkers are blinking. He's running around the map, pushing creep. Queen's on a hotkey. Sent an overseer to scout through there just now. Pushing the creep. How many drones does he have right now? 66. So not a lot. But he is droning more. He probably feels like he has to make some roachling against this many stalkers. He does not pursue against stalker plus oracle off creep. Okay, now he's been droning more and more. He's got 69 workers. With more on the way. Now he's taking his gases. He's got an infestation pit. A few more roaches going. Protoss going Colossus now. I just lost to this earlier, so I'm excited to see what happens. Can you tell us more about schmovement? Yes. Schmovement is like movement, but it's your ability to adjust your movement to the movements of your enemies. So you're not rigidly set in one pattern, but you're able to change your pattern based on the situation that's before you. That's schmovement. A lot of people have movement, but not schmovement. That's where they get tripped up. They add value past 16, how much? It's like 85% plus for the workers up to about 22. It's after the 24th worker, they no longer gain value for you. Who is the god of schmovement in Z Dark? Yeah, or Rainer, I think. Rainer's a very intuitive Zerg. +2 melee, Bane speed. Ravager Ling. He's doing a Roach run by with 12 Roaches. Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager, and then a Roach team. It's pretty cool. Doesn't really want to go in against that. He knows he has Classic on 4 bases and he has 5. He's making 1 Viper +2 melee. Protoss has +2 ground weapons and armor is about to be done. It's funny that he hasn't taken that gas in the main. It's fine. He's got a gas of the 5th. Gas, gas, gas. Gonna step on the gas. Whoa. Sets up a pretty crazy fight. Decides not to go. Viper's getting energy. Did the Roach team come back? Looks like it did. Or it died. He doesn't have it in a separate control group anymore. Probably brought it back. Okay, he wants to grab the Colossus probably. Okay. Grab the Colossus. Kind of just running the Banes into the Stalkers. Damn. This kind of fights, it's really hard to tell which army is going to come out ahead. Serral has good eco, good production. He's making 18 lings, 6 roaches. He does have 1 Viper with army. Yeah, this Stalker Colossus style is a lot more high pressure than, say, a Sky Toss. Just because the Stalkers can blink forward, chip away at your army, and then blink away. Or I guess walk forward and then blink away. He's going to do a Bane run by. Very simple units, with the exception of the Viper. He's got all low tier units. Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager. That's what he's got. Oh, he's going for a Bane run by during this fight. Checks it. Completely sweeps the worker line. You love to see it. And then falls back in triumph. He's still maxed. He's making another Viper. He killed 19 probes just then. Goodness gracious. Yikes. Disruptor Nova goes in. You can't explain that. He backs up. He doesn't really take that much damage from the Disruptors. His Viper does need more energy. He just did another Bane run by. At this pace, he didn't even look. Serral didn't even look. But he killed more probes. How? 20 workers have been killed. It's this. He just sent it and forgot about it. He was like, you know what? I'm just going to send some Banes into the 4th base, and it is what it is. Like, maybe it gets damage. Or maybe it gets a lot of damage. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a very intense fight over here, so it makes sense for players to be looking at it. And Serral was looking at it the whole time, too. He set the Bane run by up from earlier. What a god. So the broad strokes of this game were minimal amounts of Queen Ling to defend against the Adept and Oracle early. And then 66 drone of Roach Ling with 3 gas. Just to be able to beat the Stalker on the midfield. And then he droned up to 85 to 90. And he's been going Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager with 1 Viper. And then just using Banelings for damage with +2. He's got +3 about to finish. He's injecting his bases. And Classic is super duper dead. Because Serral was basically taking even fights, but doing Baneling damage during them. Which means that for the first fight, yeah, Classic was okay. But then the second fight, Classic's economy was really messed up during the fight. And then the third fight, he's got no heckin' probes left, the poor guy. He's got 36 probes, nothing in production tab. This is a desperation push. But the game is basically over. He's super dead. Serral's maxed running in here. GG is called. Sheesh. Well played, Serral. 6 bases, interesting expansion pattern. He takes this as the 4th, and this was the 5th, and this was the 6th. So he's got not that many gases with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it's 8 gas. But he doesn't go past that. He never took this gas in the main, which is kind of interesting. I guess in a split map, that means that you know you have a defended gas later on. Like, these are less guaranteed than this one. This is kind of free. So, interesting play. Well done, Master Serral. The Zerg God of Fundamentals. You inspire us in the Zerg Cabal.